A textbook of geography for class 8 by Goyle Brothers Prakashan for ICSE schools class 8 by Veena Bhargava. Let us look at the chapter Urbanization. Page number 54. Chapter 4. Introduction. Urbanization. Urbanization refers to a process in which an increasing population of an entire population lives in cities and the suburbs of cities. Urbanization occurs because people move from rural areas to urban areas. Historically, it has been closely connected with industrialization. Industrialization leads to urbanization by creating economic growth and job opportunities that draw people to cities. Urban areas are areas that offer employment, food, shelter, good transport services, commercial service, medical service, and education to their inhabitants. Many people on a daily basis are still moving from rural areas to urban areas for the search of non agricultural jobs and better lifestyle. Today, around 55% of the world's population is thought to be living in an urban area or city, with with the figure set to rise to 68% over the coming decades. According to the report from UN's Department of Economic and Social Affairs, causes of urbanization. There are various causes responsible for the growth of cities. Some of them are as follows. Industrialization. It is one of the major causes of urbanization. Growth of industries has expanded the employment opportunities. As a result, rural people have migrated to cities due to better employment opportunities. Search of a better job. In rural areas, people have to depend on agriculture for their livelihood. But the main problem is that agriculture is basically dependent on natural factors, that is, climate and rainfall. Therefore, in drought conditions or natural calamities, rural people have to migrate to cities and towns. Modernization. Urban areas have an advantage of better infrastructure, sophisticated technology, better transport and communication facilities, better education and medical facilities. Therefore, rural people get attracted towards towns and cities in order to live a comfortable life. Boundary changes. As cities expanded, the outlying rural areas are included in the urban areas, leading to the expansion of cities and towns. Though people may continue to retain most of the characteristics of villages, but they are counted in urban population as they are included in the urban areas. Natural increase in population, the number by which the birth rate exceeds the death rate, gives the natural growth rate. The natural increase in population is also responsible for rapid urbanization. In urban areas, the growth rate is probably higher than the rural areas. Besides this, due to better health and medical facilities, the survival rate is also higher. This is increasing population in urban areas. In developing countries like in Africa, the natural population increase and immigration have been big factors in urbanization. People are moving out of natural poverty into urban areas and cities which offer them employment, food, shelter, and education. Impacts of urbanization. With the rate of urbanization, significant changes have been taken all over the world. The effects of or impact of urbanization can be summed up as follows. A. Positive impact of urbanization. Urbanization has certain positive effects. If it happens within the appropriate limits, some of the positive impacts of urbanization are as follows: creation of employment opportunities. As more and more people move to the cities and towns, more employment opportunities are created in urban centers. This leads to further development. Convenience. Urbanization gives more access to education, health, social services, and cultural activities to people in cities than in villages. Compared to villages, life in cities is more comfortable. Cities are equipped with more advanced transport and communication facilities. Concentration in educational facilities. In cities, more schools, colleges, and universities are established to train and develop human resources. Thus, variety of educational choices are available, and students have a wide choice for their future career. Better social integration. In case of urbanization, people of many castes and religious groups live and work together. This creates better understanding among people and helps them break down social and cultural barriers in the society. Exploitation of resources. Many settlements are established where the natural resources are available. Transport and communication facilities. With urbanization, more development of transport and communication facilities takes place. This leads to the further development of the region. Increase in the standard of living. Movement of people from rural to urban areas increase their standard of living and quality of life. Negative impact of urbanization. Extensive urbanization and indiscriminate growth of cities and towns may result in negative effects. Some of them are as follows: problem of overpopulation. Concentration of the population becomes a major problem. Cities and towns due to overcrowding. This leads to accommodation problem and growth of slums. Disintegration of joint family. Due to high cost of living in cities, eh, it becomes difficult to maintain joint families. Thus, families are divided due to urbanization. People prefer to live in nuclear families. This results in the disintegration of joint family systems. High cost of living. This is one of the major problems in the city, especially in metro cities like New York, Tokyo, Mumbai, Bangalore. It becomes difficult for the lower income groups to maintain a decent standard of living. Increase in crime rates due to higher concentration of population, the crime rate also increases. There are more thefts, dacoity, pickpocketing, murder, etc. This creates unrest in the society. Individual life. In cities, the concept of neighborhood and community life are almost absent. Urban life is highly monotonous. This may have a negative psychological effect on individuals. People have no concern for the other human beings, they are being more self centered. Environmental pollution. Localism of industries create the problem of pollution. Besides this, excessive movement of vehicles also creates a lot of problems. All these have the harmful effects on the life of people. Water and sanitation problems. In overpopulated areas, it is common to find inadequate sewage facilities. As a result, sanitation has become a problem and sewages flow chaotically and they are drained into neighboring streams, rivers, lakes, or seas. Eventually, communicable diseases such as plague, typhoid, dysentery, and diarrhea may spread causing suffering and even deaths. Stress. Urban life is characteristic, char- characterized by stress and strain in family relations. In cities, due to high cost of living, women are also working. This creates pressure and stress in the family and strain family relations. Thus, we can say that urbanization has its own advantages and disadvantages, but it is a fact that urbanization cannot be avoided. The only solution we should try to minimize the negative effects of urbanization. Then only we can have a more development all over the world. Way to reduce the negative impact of urbanization, building sustainable and environment friendly cities. Governments should pass laws that plan and provide environmentally sound cities and smart growth techniques, considering that people should not reside in unsafe and polluted areas. Number 2, provision and essential services. Urban stakeholders must ensure that people within the urban areas give access to adequate essential social services, namely education, health, sanitation, and clean water, technology, electricity, and food. Subsidies can also be provided by the government of lower cost of basic health care, education, energy, public transportation, communication systems, and technology. Creation of more jobs to reduce the negative effects of rapid urbanization while at the same time conserving natural ecosystems. Private investments should be encouraged so as to uninstall natural resources and create more job opportunities. Population control, medical health clinic oriented towards family planning options must be made accessible across the entire urban areas with the objective of controlling diseases, population growth, population growth. That's all for now. Thank you for reading with me. Thank you for hearing me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please share this to your other friends so even they can learn with me happily and easily. Thank you. Bye bye.